This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Right, starting now to get a look through the 2-year-old maidens in August. I'm expecting plenty of nice horses here, to be honest. So what I'm going to do before I start is I'm going to record this quick intro, and then I'm probably going to try and do short, sharp videos on every single horse that we look at rather than lobbing them all together in separate videos like I've been doing for a lot of the 2-year-olds, because really we're getting to the time now where I think that they're running out to make their mark at the top level at 2, unless they go do it in 2 more starts, maybe one in a couple of weeks and then one in maybe a Group 1 towards the end of the season. So maybe some of these might look more classic prospects and less exposed at the end of the 2-year-old campaign than some of the others that we've got. ClassicWatch24.great/site.net will be the site where the Classic Watch horses for 2024 will be. There's already a couple of Australian horses on there for the meantime. But for now, it's time really to start cracking on about these horses and getting through them as best we can. So by the miracles of science, I will be back shortly and we will be discussing a winning 2-year-old from the month of August 2023. This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will... Hello everybody, and welcome back. Right, we're going to crack on now with some of these horses that won their maidens in August 2023. Looking at the list now, I've got about a good 4 or 5 on the list, really. But a couple of them, 3 of them, really, have already been beaten in pattern races. I don't want to be bringing horses that have already lost in pattern races to the channel. So they're all going to have to win a pattern race before I look at them, chances are. This one here, though, is still unbeaten. We're going to take a look at the Clive Cox-trained, Invincible Spirit-sired Ghostwriter. Interesting horse, this. People will see it's already won at Newmarket on the day where I identified it, the 11th of August. I didn't identify it in time to see it go off as an odds-on favourite in early September in a £16,000 Class 2 novice stakes. It got the job done racing 10 better than its maiden start. Its first start was 89. Second start was 99. So it's fair to say, I think, that this horse is heading somewhat in the right direction, it's fair to say. People will obviously be looking at the side of this horse and saying, Newman, what are you doing, man? This ain't a miler. And I would take that on board at the moment. Invincible Spirit is a stallion known for maybe producing horses that are speed horses, maybe not distance horses. But I do feel that with the dam being out of Champs-Élysées, suddenly no longer with us, and what else is in the pedigree, I think I'm going to try and make a case that I think that if they push this horse out to a mile, I think it might do all right. Take a look at Ghostwriter. He is, of course, family 9E. A family we've taken a look at a few times, it's fair to say. The first 2 dams we can take a look on the Racing Post, I think, because we've taken a look and the form does seem to be right. The first dam, Moorside, another Juddmonte horse. It's a Juddmonte horse, really, in disguise. Moorside, side by Champs-Élysées, out of a dam called Marching West. Failed to win a stakes race, securing 1 second place in the 2016 Cheshire Oaks. The Racing Post telling me her best figure there was when she ran to 98 in a handicap where she was 4th. She must have been giving away a lot of weight that day, it's fair to say. The performances of 95 in listed races, 93. But in 12 starts, this horse did only win one time and was fairly moderate, it's fair to say. Progeny of the horse, well, Ghostwriter seems to be the first foal to hit the track. The second dam, as we are looking at now, is Marching West, foaled in 2001, out of another Juddmonte cycle, Gone West, and trained by Andre Fabre in France for Juddmonte. This one was a bit lightly raced, only winning one out of only 4 starts. It was 4th in a Group 2 in 2003, the Prix Robert Papin. This was in the days really before Racing Post really started to rate the French racings. You know, it said 90 there, but in 4 starts, you know, it didn't really have much of a racing career. And the pedigree again, we can take a quick look on the Racing Post tab. Not a lot really. In fact, the dam of this horse, Ghostwriter, Moorside, is the only horse to have secured black type from the family. I mean, Newman, people are probably thinking here, Newman, what are you doing identifying this average horse? I think really it's the third dam back that gives us hope. I do feel that it's worth taking a punt, this horse, because it is for classics. It's got a nice pedigree if you ignore the first 2 dams, if that makes any sense. A classic example of ignoring the most recent history, which sometimes does not tell the full story. People only need to look at what's going on in the real world for that. The third dam, Xyzophon, very well bred. She was a lot more. People saw a lot more of her on the track as well. She raced 14 times, winning 2 and gaining place 7 times, just over $50,000. You see there that she won the Group 3 Seaton Delaval Stakes and was third in the group in what was then a Group 2 QE2 and 4th in what was also a Group 2 at the day. The Nassau Stakes. Modern history is making these horses better by giving them Group 1 status for being placed in those races. But she was a Group 3 winner, and you see there the good horses are starting to come through now. Horses like Zophonic, winner of 5 of his 7 starts, second in another, and $663,000, an exceptional miler. It's fair to say. He won the Dewhurst. He also won the Prix de Salamandre, the Prix Morny, and he also delightfully took out the UK 2,000 guineas in England. Champion 2-year-old colt in Europe and England. Sadly died in a paddock accident in New South Wales, Australia. Absolute tragedy. For connections there, Xyzophon, you see, is the dam of Zophonic. Xyzophon, the third dam of Ghostwriter. Also mentioned there was Zamindar. Didn't get his head in front as many times, winning 2 of his 7 starts. 5 out of 7 in the first 3 and only €120,000 on the track. Winner of a Group 3 race at 2, the Prix de Bourg. Placed in the Prix Morny and the Prix Salamander. Same that race has been renamed or doesn't exist anymore, the Prix de la Salamandre, I don't think. And at 3, it was second in the Prix Loungis and 5th in the 2,000 guineas of Great Britain. So it really did. It's a related good sire, really. Sire of champion fillies Dargina and Zarkava. But again, you'd think that a half-brother, to Zophonic as well. You know, this is an interesting horse, I think. There's others as well. That Xyzophon wasn't really a one-off. There's other black-type horses in the pedigree as well. But we're trying to keep the videos not short, but just give you the ceiling of the horse. You know, it could fall somewhere in between these. It gets to 120 like Zamindar, 130 to Zophonic, or it goes a bit like the second dam did. Not much there above 110 like in the first 2 dams. There's another horse that's really worth taking a look at when we look at Zyzophon, and that is the unraced Modena, who is a half-sister to Zyzophon out of Roberto. Zyzophon was out of Gone West. Modena, again, an absolute litany of black type horses. Which is why I think that following this unraised, unblack type, this horse hasn't been tried in black type yet. I think there's a fair chance it will prove to be a black type horse at least. Ghostwriter. The further you go back in the pedigrees, a lot of his family are, without any shadow of a doubt. We're going to take a look at some of the best ones again that I found. Reams of Verse, obviously a classic winner of 5 of 9 starts in the first 3, 8 of her 9 starts. To have a career like that and win less than £200,000 just goes to show what peanuts they've always been racing for in England. Winner of the 1997 English Oaks. She also won at 2 the Fillies Mile, Group 1 as well, and a winner of the Mayhill and the Musidora as well. Very good horse. Classic winner, Reams of Verse. Manifest is another one out of Modena. Reams of Verse is out of Modena, as we said there. Look. Manifest, again, a very good horse, and not in the first 3, in one of his 6 starts, winning 2 of them, and again, just scraping over £105,000. Absolute peanuts. And these people try and tell us it's a recent thing that prize money's been poor in England. It's always been peanuts. Manifest, a Group 2 winner of the Yorkshire Cup at 4, and it was also second in the John Porter Stakes, Group 3. Went to stud in Saudi Arabia. That is also out of Modena. El Marmul won half of his 10 starts, 5 out of 10. In the first 3, in 8 out of 10, $758,000, side by Dices out of Modena. El Marmul was a good horse. Winner of the Eclipse at 3, the Phoenix Champion Stakes at 3, winner of the Easter Stakes as well when that was a turf race. And he was also second in the Juddmonte International and 3rd in the Derby of 1990. Very good horse, it's fair to say. Champion 3-year-old colt in Ireland and stood at stud in England and Italy before being sadly euthanised in 2006 due to a deteriorating heart condition. You'll see there that Modena and Mafida, again, play very closely into this line. I'd say full sisters to Zyzophon, half sister, sorry, and Mafida is the 4th dam of this horse. We will take a look at her now quickly. Mafida raced 40 times, I think, in her career, a few times, yes. Raced 40 starts, winning 8 of them, and finishing in the first 3 in 25 of her 40 starts. She was first in the William Hill Trophy Handicap, second in the Group 3 Nell Gwyn, and also the Duke of York, which is now a Group 2 race. She was also runner-up in the Ascot 1000 Guineas Trial and the Criterium International of Belgium in Ostend. Never knew that race existed. And she was 3rd in the Vernon Spring Cup at Lingfield, which I think was also a turf race in those days. Maybe at Lingfield, and mixed it in now with the Lingfield Derby trial, haven't they? That sort of time. And the Portland Handicap, which is no longer a pattern race, thankfully. But she was a pattern class quality horse and very durable for Juddmonte as well in the mid to late 1970s. The next dam, World Lass. World Lass was a bit disappointing, winning with only 1 of 26 starts and $811 for her breeder, R.C. Wright. And then it's all the way back to the 1948 for the 6th dam. This is a line that really is a historic pedigree, really, if you're looking back nearly 80 years and you're only at 6 dams. Safe to say that, you know, this horse has got longevity on its side. The 5th dam of it was foaled in 1960. World Lass. Other horses that I did find really that were on this line that could prove to be worth looking at is Zacinto. Zacinto was another Juddmonte horse, winner of 3 of his 11 starts, second another twice for £205,000, winner of the Group 2 Champagne Stakes at 2, And at 3, add in to that with another Group 2 win in the Celebration Mile. She also won the Thoroughbred Stakes at Goodwood, the Bond, which is raced now, the Bonhams Thoroughbred, I think. And he was also Group 1 place, in the Kiwi 2 and 4th in the Queen Anne at 4. Used to stand as a stallion in New Zealand. You'll see there that Reams of Verse is actually the 2nd dam of the Jacinto, Modena the 3rd dam, Mafida the 4th dam. Midsummer is another one. Midsummer is also out of Modena. You'll see there that why I think this horse. You'll see there's towards the top of this there was a lot of pattern race quality as well. And if people look at the other dams, they'll see maybe that they've foaled some nice horses as well. I don't think I actually checked Hot Snap at the time. For some reason I've always had it in my mind that horse is male. You see that Hot Snap was rated 113, and again you see didn't really set the scene on fire in the paddocks, but one that has done okay is Midday. Midday had a good career, winning 9 of her 23 starts, second 7 times and third 3 times. 19 of her 23 starts, she was in the first 3, winning $3.4 million. Very good filly. Did she win at 3? She won the Breeders' Cup filly and mares. She also won the Nassau Stakes, 2nd in the French Prix de l'Opera, 2nd in the Oaks, 2nd in 2 Oaks, placed in 2 Oaks is the Epsom Oaks and the Irish Oaks. At 4, she won another Nassau, as well as winning the Yorkshire Oaks and the Prix Vermeil. And at 5, she won the Nassau and the Middleton. Fantastic mare who won plenty of races. And she's one that's done okay in the paddocks, foaling some black type horses mid-term, probably the best of them, a group winner in Australia and in the UK. But you see that according to the races, even Noon Star was quite highly rated a couple of years back, and even she was only rated in the end 104. And she is finished. I think the daughter of Maury is going around this year for Juddmonte. But again, it's a good chance, I think, looking at all this, that Ghostwriter, who hasn't raced in pattern level yet, could well prove up to be a pattern level horse. Is he a classic horse? Time will tell. Hopefully he gets to prove that he is. These horses like taking out these Group 3 trials on the road to the Guineas. Plenty of 2-year-old pattern races to come with the horse yet. You'll see he's entered there on the 30th of September in the Royal Lodge. And so they're looking at a mile already, which is encouraging for classic hopes. And also on the 28th of October, 20-1 for the old Futurity, which used to be the Racing Post Trophy back in the day. Told you the horse was 9E. The horse is actually, if we go back to the historic site, got its own little section there. Look, there's Cheb. It is actually a direct descendant, give or take 1, of 2 foundation lines. 9G, the young Melbourne mare in 1859, and very closely also related to the Toxopholite mare of 1861 that produced foundation line 9F. So a lot of good horses on the descendant from that. There's our little section, goes all the way down to not as much as some World Lass, Mafida and Zyzophon, clearly marked there. 2,000 Guineas winner Zophonic, Oaks winner, Reams of Verse. So in the late 90s, there's no disputing that this was a classic line, no disputing at all. Right, with the right stallion, capable of producing a classic horse. So I think it's definitely one to continue moving forward. Before we wrap the video up, we're going to look at the horse win. So let's do that now. And then we'll review the race under fair use. Although we should be okay with this race because this is the 2nd race it won, the 16,000 Novice Stakes at Ascot. And Racing TV can't pretend to own this video.
But stall 8. They're all in. And they're off for the ROR. Horses for Courses. British EBF Novice Stakes. It's £30,000 Class 2 over to 7 furlongs. And Ghostwriter is well away. Ghostwriter in the purple and light blue silks would tow the field along early on. From Dark Tornado towards the inside in purple and pink. American Bay not far behind there. Those purple and yellow diamonds.
Very slow
followed
and
by the
sedate
blue and
pace in
yellow
the early
of
stages.
Spun to Gold. There's a
It has
leading
to be
quartet
said.
then from Von Bear, the black and grey
Not
hoops.
exactly
He's got
tearing down the
game. He's
Newmarket
quite
straight,
keen
are
just
they?
in behind the
Yes, not
tempo, the
straight,
black
sorry.
and white, the white and green of a ram. Further toward the left-hand side then, the white sleeves and cappers see the Thunder, and deeper out is Military Artist in those red and white colours. They're about to go through halfway then. Ghostwriter continues to lead under William Buick. Shows by a half a length only to Spun to Gold. More towards the inside is Dark Tornado. American Bay is poised just in behind them. Then See the Thunder. Behind See the Thunder is a ram. Military Artist continues out wide on the course as they head down towards the final quarter of a mile. Ghostwriter with that small lead. American Bay now begins to make the challenge towards the inside. Dark Tornado runs a big one as they head now towards the final furlong. It's Ghostwriter and Dark Tornado who begin to pull away from American Bay back in third, then Military Artist. It is Ghostwriter racing more towards the centre of the track late on, who is enough in hand to make it 2 out of 2 in the career. It is Ghostwriter to beat Dark Tornado. American Bay third, then Military Artist and Von Bear just in front of He's Got Game.
Let's go back and have a look at that, don't we?
Ghostwriter with that small lead. American Bay now begins to make the challenge towards the inside. Dark Tornado runs a big one as they head now towards the final furlong. It's Ghostwriter and Dark Tornado who begin to pull away from American Bay back in third, then Military Artist. It is Ghostwriter racing more towards the centre of the track late on, who is enough in hand to make it 2 out of 2 in the career. It is Ghostwriter to beat Dark Tornado. American Bay third, then Military.
Definitely looked to take some sort of wrong step, though, didn't it? But I do think that was a very good performance, really. It sort of dictated the race as it liked and had plenty in the tank to see them off at the end. To run to 99 outside a Pattern Company is okay, I suppose. But again, the paltry prize money, £16,000 for that race. There's £50,000 maidens in France for unraced horses, yet alone what they pay in other races. I mean, England is so far behind in prize money. It really is. But Ghostwriter, very nice horse, without any shadow of a doubt. And hopefully it'll be a horse that will pay itself forward during classics, maybe go on some sort of classic trail, and 2-year-old pattern races await first. But for now, I'm going to wrap this video up, leave the video here. Can I just say thank you very much for watching the video and supporting the channel, etc. It is all very much appreciated. Obviously, the channel will continue whether you watch or subscribe or not. I can carry on without you guys even watching any video or subscribing to the channel. I think it's important to mention that because a lot of YouTube channels beg people to subscribe and say they couldn't carry on without you. I can carry on without you, and I will do. It is entirely up to you whether you subscribe or not. Whatever you want to do. Come back, watch the videos whenever you want. I'm more than happy with that. You know, as long as the information gets out there, that's the main thing. I will put a link up to the 2-year-old racing playlist at the end of the video. And I will also put a post up allowing people to subscribe to the channel if they do wish to at the end of the video. YouTube allows you to put up an end screen up. I've got to fill it with Summit. So it'll give you an option to subscribe. Just ignore it if you want. Doesn't matter one iota to me. But for now, take care, everybody. Thank you very much for taking your valuable time. I appreciate time is valuable, and thank you for joining and watching the video. And I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you find it useful more than anything. But for now, take care, everybody. Look after yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.